Hello everybody. Today we will talk about how to add customers and create invoices in ERP Gold. First of all, you can go and log in through the main page of ERP Gold, erp.gold, and you can click and log in. It will bring you to the username and password screen. You can also choose to go to us.erp.gold URL. You can use that URL. It will bring up the login screen pretty quick. So we'll sign in. And so we're going to land on the page which has a right side shortcuts for different screens and the left side menu bar. So in the left side menu bar you can see dashboard, media center, CRM, sales module. So going into the sales module, clicking on the customer center, it will bring up the customers. So we have customers on the left side with their names and their company names and their open balances on the right section. What we can do, we can add a customer multiple ways. The first one which I like to do is going into the leads. If I have a lead that is ready to become a customer, what I will do, I will select that lead like this and click on it like this, and what we will do, we will mark it as this is ready to become a customer, so convert to customer button. And make sure to scroll down all the way and hit the save button. This is the save button right here. As you can see, you can click on it. Once you hit the save button, you will see a message on your right side corner which says customer saves successfully, which means that it has become a customer. So now you can go into the sales section and look at it. It is a customer that has been added into your customers list. And if we can see on the last customer, this is the customer that has been added into our customers list. What we can do, if we have any changes, we can click on edit customer button and it will bring up the screen where we can make changes in this customer section. That is one way of adding a customer. Going back to the main screen where the customer center is, we can search customers by adding the keywords. So that was the last customer that we added, so it shows up here. Refresh, it will refresh the list. We can also, if we have any customer, for example, this is a customer which is not active, we can go into the edit customer and we can say that this customer is not active anymore. So we will say is active. No, it's not active. We can say false and hit save. Once we hit that button, this customer will disappear from our list. So now you can see that customer is not here in this list. If we click here, that means it will show the list with the inactive customers as well. But normally, because with the time, there are customers, they are not active, or we want to take it out of our database, so we'll just mark them as inactive, and we search within the customers which are just active at that moment. Advanced search provides more detail. For example, if we want to look at the customer which is in particular city or zip code or state, for example, we want to see who are in Michigan and hit search, it will show up the customers who are in Michigan. We can also search them by their email address. And let's see if there is any customer with this email address. So these are two customers again with the same email address. As I have been doing this demo, so I added these email address in those customers. So what we have on the right side is the detail of the customer. This is the customer code that is being generated by the system. Customer name, industry, address, city, state, zip code, email address. All these fields are basically for the customer's data view, and you cannot change any of this data here. To change this data, what we have to do, we have to click on the edit customer button, and this will take us to the customer detail page. This customer detail page is basically where we can change anything we want besides the customer code. This is already generated, COMPANY, for example, and we have the address here, city, state, zip code, phone, alternate phone, fax. Again, this portion defines the main phone or main contact address of the company. And what we can do is, if we have to have multiple addresses, we can scroll down on in this area where we can add more addresses. So we'll come down to this area. Then we have a contact information, so we can this is a main contact information for that company, and it comes down from your leads. So if you have multiple leads, if you have a lead in there is a multiple contacts, so the conversion to the customer will bring only the contact name of the from there, which is marked as main. So whatever is marked as main will come down here in the customer section from the lead section. Then we have the payment information. If you want to set up as a cash, or if you want to set up a different for example wire or check or PayPal, you can set up that. Right now it is only set up as cash. For setting up this payment method, you can go to the setup module over here in this section, and we'll talk about that later, that how you can go and customer type, sales rep, payment method, and you can set up payment method here, and that payment method will show up in the screen here. Net terms, so we have a net 0, net 30, net 15, or we can set up more, 45, 60, whatever you like to do. Credit limit, you can establish a customer's credit limit, and you can say that this customer has a credit limit. You would be able to make an invoice on that even past the credit limit, but it will give you a warning. Customer type, there's no customer type setup, but again first you have to set up the customer types to the setup, that what type of a customer is it. Is it a wholesaler? Is it a retailer? Is it a consumer? Or whatever the type you would like to say. And in the sales rep, again, there is no sales rep ID setup. We can set up sales rep ID from here. For example, this is a sales rep ID that I'd like to set up. If I click on this, it will bring up the screen that will set up the sales rep ID. So add new record, sales rep name. Now sales rep initial is the 2 letters that you would like to recognize that sales rep. So I'll say AS, and all right, and it is active, and you say it's create and close. So going back to the customer center, and we have that Carlson laser, edit customer, and the customer type, customer ID is showing up here as AS. Now resale number, if the customer required, if you required or your business required any tax ID or any resale number based on your state's requirement, you can also add it in here. If not, you can just leave it blank. Other information, you can this information comes in based on when you created the customer. So today we created this customer, so its information is coming up 227. If we have modified it, it's all information is also will be available when we will be modifying it. Now this is again the same thing if this customer is active or if it is not active. This is the default shipping information. You can add new record, you can add another address. So first you have to define an address name, which it says like so is address shipping? Yes, true. Is active? Yes, and we hit save, and it will save that. Now if we have to edit anything, for example, I just see that the second location is in Ferndale, Michigan, but we have state as in Alabama, and we want to change it to Michigan, so we'll just change it back to Michigan. Hit save. So every time we change an address or do an data change, there is a message pops up on the right corner that tells us that the data has been successfully saved on the server. Lead notes, so these are the notes that basically we see in the customer account, and these were the notes which was being carrying forward from the lead. So this is the communication we have done with this customer in the leads, and it is being forwarded to this to the customer section as well from the lead section. So going back to the customer center, looking at the screen. Now if you are creating a customer from the scratch, you can just click on the create customer, and it will bring up the brand new blank screen, and you can add the customer name. The thing is this industry and the service. So a few people ask this question about the industry and service. So this is very important for the system to know how your customers are and where are they coming from, to intelligently create a persona for your customers and give you more free leads based on your best customers. Again, this is the same screen as we worked on before. There's no data. We can just enter the data, and you can save the customer as a customer. Going back to the customer center, what we have here is a current email. So we see a list of 4 or 5 current emails with that customer that has been exchanged. They will pop up in this section, and these are the notes. So these are the notes which being carrying forward from the lead section, but you can add more notes and set up follow-up and action dates on that as well. That when would you like to follow up with this customer, if you have any follow-up requirements with this customer. So I hope you enjoy watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.